Thank you, Susan, and good morning. And I thank OIS for having the opportunity to share our science. So Novaliq is a privately owned company, and that is totally around the first and only water-free technology. So why do you need a water-free technology? We believe that with water there are multiple challenges and limitations. And I want to share with you some data that really shows that we can unfold the full potential of APIs. We have two late-stage assets in dry eye disease, Novaliq and cyclosol. We believe that those assets are ready for an NDA submission in 2021. So let's take a look at dry eye disease. I hear today and basically all over the floor that this is a multifactorial disease, but we believe there are clinical phenotypes that are most likely important to really be successful to target this disease. And in particular, tear film instability and ocular surface disease are in the center. They're firing up this disease. What is not really on the radar and is really important is dry eye disease impacts vision. So many patients complain about dry eye complaints, but still report that they have a 20/20 vision. So I want to share with you some recent data that shows that our therapies have a high likelihood of improving visual function. So first, we have two treatments, and I want to sort it out. They're very different clinical phenotypes, so I want to explain where we're heading. So first, you know, Novaliq, this is targeting evaporative dry eye disease. Those patients are characterized by a low T-boot, a normal Schirmer. The MGD is involved, and they're usually highly symptomatic. And the mode of action is we basically are stabilizing the lipid layer for a long time, and our product has the ability to penetrate the meibomian glands. So let's look at the data. The data shows you that Novaliq can improve signs and symptoms simultaneously in a US clinical trial that we published recently last year. And I want to focus you on the magnitude of symptomatology relief and on the drug effect that you see on total corneal fluorescein staining as a sign endpoint. So when we look a little bit deeper into the data, we saw that patients with higher meibomian gland dysfunction and higher Schirmer at baseline, they were benefiting most from this treatment. So why is this the case? So we went back and did some research, and we believe blocked meibom glands is an issue, and we know from our data that Novaliq has the ability to inflow into glands. It has the ability to solubilize numerous meibomian components, and we believe that leads to a relief of blockage potentially and an increase of outflow. Switching gears on cyclosol, very different. This drug is focusing on predominantly aqueous deficient dry eye disease, low Schirmer, low T-boot, significant cornea damage in those patients. And here you need a very different mode of action. Here it's important that our vehicle, the water-free technology, really increases the residual time of the API, enables the high bioavailability, and unfolds the potential of cyclosporine, which is recognized as a very potent API in dry eye disease. And I have to say, we don't see all these issues in respect of tolerability. Our drug shows excellent tolerability and safety. So here's the results that potentially you have seen before. Again, signs and symptoms are being met. We have an early onset of action with 4 weeks pivotal endpoints. And what I would like to focus your attention is, besides these regulatory endpoints, getting these drugs approved, we looked in our data and we found a correlation of visual function with the reduction of total cornea staining. And here you see the results. Reading speed improved with the reduction of cornea staining. And what we show here are results from the Essence clinical trial. iRest is a reading test, and you see that patients that we call responder with a 3 or higher reduction in cornea staining benefiting more than non-responders that we defined with patients that only had less than 3 of improvements for cornea staining. So that's very exciting because I believe the true driver of dry eye disease has not been really identified. It's all about vision. So we believe dry eye disease requires rethinking, and there are great presentations here that I already see. And we believe No-4-3 and cyclazole are really novelties in this space. We believe that disease segmentation is very critical for the therapeutic success. We believe a pathogenesis-driven disease treatment, as I show you for No-4-3 and cyclazole, is much more promising than previous approaches. We believe and have shown in our data that with our treatments, No-4-3 and cyclazole, the majority of patients are benefiting, and both products have an unprecedented risk-benefit profile. And I think we need to think about visual function and vision in dry eye disease very differently. So thank you for your attention.